Hello, I hope you guys are all having a fantastic week. It is finally warming up here in Calgary. Super exciting. So if you live in Calgary or you're planning to move here or you're just interested in the real estate market, this video is for you. We're going to dive into the discussion about sales, new listings, inventory, and months of supply for February, and whether or not Calgary is still a good place to invest in real estate. I'm Dawn, Realtor with Real Broker here in Calgary. I've been selling real estate for coming up on 9 years, and if you are making a move, I would love to help you. You can book a call with me in the description below. You can also find my buyers and sellers guides there. So if you're just starting your search and you feel like you have more questions than answers, I got you covered. You can check out the links below for those. The story has not changed here in Calgary for the month of February. Calgary's housing market is seeing significant activity, with sales increasing 23% over last year for a total of 2,135 sales for the month. This is across all property types, but detached homes remain the most sought after with 954 sales. But there is a growing interest, as we know, in apartments, which have seen a 30% increase in sales from the previous year. This trend highlights a shift towards more affordable housing options in response to the market dynamics, which we know are higher lending rates and higher home prices. A typical number of sales for February could be anywhere under 1,000 to nearly 2,000 in a good year. In 2022, we had 3,305 sales, so that's an exceptional year, our unicorn if you will, but seeing over 2,000 sales is a bustling market, and I think had we had more inventory, we would have actually seen higher sales numbers. So more on that to come. What to expect going forward in terms of sales. As of now, for the first 12 days of the month of March, we're already seeing 922 sales, which is 86 more than last year at this time. Year to date, we are at 936 sales more than last year, and if all economic factors remain the same, we're likely to see this increase in sales year over year continue throughout 2024 and pick up speed if the Bank of Canada reduces interest rates. So we all know how supply and demand works. When supply is low, demand is high, prices go up. We've just reviewed that demand here in Calgary is pumping, just like the crypto market right now. And this is due to interprovincial migration and also many new people moving to Canada. If you're new to Canada, welcome. We're happy you're here. If we weren't seeing this undersupply of housing, we wouldn't be seeing prices rise so much. As I discussed in more detail in a previous video, Calgary has a structural undersupply of housing for the current demand. You can check that video out here if you want to learn a little more. Conditions are super tight if you're a buyer with very few options. When something does come up that's good, you're likely to be in a bidding war to secure it. In February, we saw a rise in new listings to 2,711, which is much needed, but as they get listed, they just get gobbled up by eager buyers with a 78.75 sales to new listing ratio. So we're not making much headway with our inventory levels at 2,355 for February, which is a decrease of 14.24 over last year. 14.24% over last year. And remember that last year we said we were experiencing the lowest inventory market since 2006. So that's saying something. Year to date, we're even lower at 2,255. We're just over 1 month of supply at 1.0, which means that it would take just slightly over a month to sell everything that is on the market right now if no new listings came for sale. To put this into perspective, our unicorn year of 2022, months of supply was 1.09, and this was pre-interest rate increases. So you can just imagine what it'll be like if the Bank of Canada lowers rates. It's pretty wild. And finally, before we get into whether or not Calgary is still a good place to invest your hard-earned dollars, let's talk about the cost of homes. As we discussed, the recipe for rising prices is perfectly measured, if you will. The total residential benchmark price for February was $585,000, which is $12,700 higher than just last month and up 10.3% year over year. If we look at the months of supply and price changes chart, we can see that prices are trending upwards. This upward trend year over year is across all property types, with actually the most significant price increases coming from the row townhome sector at an increase of 18.8%. So followed closely by apartments, which increased in price year over year by 17.2%, detached homes at 13.2%, and finally semi-detached at 12.7%. So every property type is increasing year over year. Here's the thing about pricing. Market value is what a buyer and seller are willing to agree on for price. When going into multiple offers, I tell my clients that you have to go in at the price that you feel comfortable winning or losing at. Because if you win, amazing. You are comfortable with the mortgage payments that you are gonna have. And if you lose, you think it's all good because I never would have paid that price anyways. As realtors, we can have all the data and stats to suggest a home should be worth a certain amount, but we don't know the other variable, which is other buyers' motivations. Maybe you're competing against someone who lost out on countless homes, their lease term is coming up, they don't have anywhere to go if this home isn't the one. They may be more likely to overbid what a home should be worth because they're desperate. With more demand, more competition, we're seeing this more and more. So are prices coming down anytime soon? Hard to say. I mean, not really, because I don't think so, and definitely not if all economic factors remain the same. Now, when hearing what I just said about prices and where they are going, we see two very different types of reactions. One person saying, prices are going up, I'll wait until they come down. And the other, prices are going up, I better buy now to ride the wave and build some equity. Depending on your financial situation and comfort levels, no person here is wrong. Where do I lie though? And is now a good time to invest in Calgary specifically? Let me tell you though, attempting to time the real estate market is akin to playing roulette with your financial future. The market's complexity and unpredictability mean that even the most astute predictions can go awry. Rather than trying to outsmart the market's ebbs and flows, focusing on long-term financial stability and purchasing when the time is right for you personally tends to be a wiser approach. After all, I've said this before, the best time to buy or sell is when it aligns with your life goals and financial readiness, not based on attempting to forecast market fluctuations. So let's look at Calgary compared to other major cities, and if you had money to invest anywhere in Canada, what I think Calgary is a wise bet. Just as an example, here are 3 homes, all at the similar price point, and I want you to tell me in the comments which one you think is located in what province. This is a very generic overall look at affordability, of course. Calgary offers greater affordability than other major Canadian cities like Toronto and Vancouver, which makes it an attractive market for both investors looking to maximize their returns and first-time homebuyers entering the market. You might be thinking, that's really great and all, but my job is where I live now. Many employers are wanting people back in the office versus that work from home life. While historically known for its energy sector here in Calgary, the city has seen significant growth in technology, finance, and the creative industries. This can offer stability and resilience against sector-specific downturns, providing a solid foundation for real estate investment. You never know, an amazing opportunity may be waiting for you here in Calgary. As prices continue to rise, I still think Calgary is a fantastic place to invest in real estate. So tell me, what do you guys think? Would you buy here in Calgary? If you have any questions about buying or selling, I would love to hear from you. You can book a call with me in the description below, and I'll see you next week.